Hey guys, Manga18 here again. This is a completely different setup that I had in my last video because I'm trying to move stuff around to improve lighting and stuff like that, but it's not really working because I have a very dark room anyways, and yeah, this is just how it's going to be for this video. It'll probably change up. Also, my shelf in the background, I'm rearranging stuff. I'm trying to go alphabetically. Before, I think I was going by like publisher, but everything's changing. Don't know what I'm doing, so yeah. But we'll get there one day. I wanted to say Happy New Year's to everybody, and then thank you to all the new subscribers I have. No idea where this channel's going. I just kind of had it. Hey, Kane Kitty, you gonna come up here? You wanna come? Okay. That's Kane, by the way. But anyways, I just made this channel because last year I had hopes of, I don't know, playing video games and putting video game footage up and talking about anime and manga, but like, what are you doing? Halfway, well, not even halfway, like pretty quickly I just kind of had no interest in it whatsoever because, I mean, I don't know, I just didn't have anybody to talk to about it, and I don't know, the interest just died away. But in October there was like tons of readathons going on, and I was very interested in them, but they were just like regular books. And then I found Bazaar, who was doing like manga readathons, and I was like, wow, I can really get into this. And so I kind of like, I think it was the readathon that was either in October or November. That readathon I kind of like participated secretly, but I didn't really do well because I work on the weekends. But anyways, and I was like, you know what, this seems like a good group. Like through Bazaar, I saw Jen Graves, and then I think it's Elias, or Elias, I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name right. You seem super cool, super chill. I don't know, your videos are always really cute, and I love your cats. And then Otaku Mike shouted me out. That was awesome. Thank you very much. I'm not really here for a subscriber count. I just wanted to, you know, make videos and be a part of something like a club. I have like, I don't know, I don't have any hobbies right now, and this just seems like an awesome way to start out. But this video is for Manga Hoarder's Read Manga18 challenge, which I didn't do too well on because, again, like at the start of the year I was pretty pumped about anime and manga, and then poof, all of that energy was gone. But last minute I crammed a bunch, so if I don't have a lot to say about these titles, it's because I don't retain information that well anyways, and yeah, reading them super fast just didn't help at all. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get into that. The first challenge, which is challenge number 1, is a meta manga, which basically just means a manga that has manga in it, or is about manga, or mentions manga. And I kind of was stupid with the choice I made. I didn't have anything to fit that category except for Genshiken Season 2, Volume 1, and I don't have the first season of this manga, so it was pretty dumb of me to jump in on the second season. However, it does seem really cute. It's about this girl who is like the leader of a manga club, and half of her manga club is gone because they've graduated or whatnot, and so she has to recruit new members. And I think her goal was to recruit male members, but she ends up just recruiting a bunch of women, and they just don't have the same ideas for this club as she does, where, you know, she's there for the drawing and stuff like that. They're there because they're fujoshis like me, and they like, you know, all that kind of junk. But very cute. The characters are cute. There is, I think, a cross-dressing boy in it. His inner dialogue is amazing. Very, very funny. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and buy the first season to read that because, yeah, jumping into the second season, even though most of the characters, you know, have graduated, they are mentioned, and I was kind of just like, what is happening a little bit. But anyways, that was challenge number 1. Challenge number 2 is a battle manga, which I did One Punch Man Volume 3. I have 10 volumes of this series, but I am very, very slowly reading them. I'm just like that with comedy. I take it in small, you know, chunks, but it is super good. One Punch Man is about a guy named Saitama who used to be a normal person, and then one day he meets up with this super villain, or just a villain, who's coming after a boy, and he realizes, hey, I wouldn't mind being a superhero. So he trains like really, really hard, loses all of his hair, and then now he is so strong that every time he comes in contact with a villain or supervillain, it takes very little effort from him to win the battles, and so he is kind of bored of it. And so I think this manga is just going to be about him, you know, becoming unbored. So far, it's pretty good. He has a little henchman following around right now. I think his name's Genos. He's like a cyborg. Now it's introducing some of the villains, like, let me show this volume again. This guy was the new villain of that volume. And then at the end of the volume, it starts to address like superheroes in that society, because it wasn't addressed to begin with, I don't think. But now it's like, oh yeah, there is a superhero society, and then it's getting into like how that works. So that's pretty cool. I recommend One Punch Man. Very good drawing style. I enjoyed it. Okay, and I'm looking down because I got the PDF list of the challenges ahead of me. Number 3 is a horror manga, and I read School Live, or School Live, however you want to say it, Volume 1. Loved the anime for this so much. I got this out of a loot crate, which was awesome because I enjoyed the anime. It is about a group of girls who are trying to survive a zombie apocalypse. You gonna get down, or you just gonna eat my manga? No. Anyways, they're trying to survive a zombie apocalypse, and they're held up in a school, and it's different from other zombie apocalypse stories because there is an underlying circumstance that makes it different. I can't tell you what that is. Thanks, Facebook. I can't tell you what that is because it would ruin the whole series if you knew what it was. But yeah, you don't have to read this. I mean, it would be nice if you did. I only have volume 1. It's pretty much the same as the anime, but I really think you should watch the anime because I feel like, I don't know, anime was really good. I think the manga and the anime start out just a bit different. I think some of the characters aren't introduced in the anime, and they're already introduced in the manga, or vice versa, one or the other. They're just slightly different, but not too different, and still really, really good. Number 4 is a comedy manga, and I picked Haven't You Heard I Am Sakamoto, Volume 1. I've had this was a reread. I thought rereading it I would enjoy it more. I did enjoy it a little bit more. However, like I said, I have to take comedy in small doses. This thing is just like dose after dose after dose. It is basically just a comedy. It is about a guy who, he's a high schooler. He is super good at everything, and like the bullies in his school like try to come at him, but he has ridiculous ways of getting around it, and I don't know, it's funny. I enjoyed it, but I was kind of bored, and I don't know where this story's going, so I'm not going to pick up any more. Unless people tell me it gets, like, miraculously more interesting, I'm not going to pick up any more of this. I have heard people who've liked it. I tried watching the anime a while back, and the anime bored me even more, so I would just say read it at your own risk. If you like, really, really like dumb comedy stuff, go for it. If you like more deeper stuff, maybe not for you, so yeah. At your own risk. The next one is a romance manga, which I went with Nisekoi False Love, volumes 1 and 2. Really enjoyed these 2 volumes. I have another volume of this, so I'll probably read it soon. It is essentially about a guy who, when he was super young, so young he can't even remember hardly, he met a girl and they were going to part ways. So I don't know, they exchanged a locket. He has the locket and she has the key, and when they're reunited in the future, they will know it's them because her locket will unlock, or her key will unlock his locket, or something like that. And that's all good and dandy, but the problem is there are 2 girls who could be like the possible person. One of them is a really sweet girl at his school, just like very, very kind, very, very nice to him. They're already friends. And then there's another girl who he is introduced to, who is like, I think her family is in a gang. And so they're very, very, very different characters that he is paired up with. It's kind of interesting because you end up liking both girls. Like, they're both really, really good characters, but you just don't know which one is the actual person that gave him the locket. And you begin to wonder, does it even matter which one it was? Which one does he like more? But yeah, recommend that. Very cute. Okay, number 6, a 4-koma manga. This one is mostly a 4-coma. I think there's some pages that aren't. I don't know if most 4-coma are like that or not, but it is Merman in my bathtub. I don't own this anymore. I bought it and I gave it to my roommate because I don't know why. I think it was Christmas and I was like, you know what? She'll enjoy it too. I'm just going to gift it to her. I might have to get this for myself because it is very, very nice. It is about a guy, this guy right there, yeah, who, he ends up finding another guy who's in trouble, who's basically like dying, and he takes him home, and somehow he doesn't manage, even though on the way home, he doesn't manage that this guy, managed to realize that this guy is part fish, and that, he's a merman, and when he gets home, he just puts him in his bathtub, and then that's where that guy lives. And then just comedy ensues from there. A bunch of characters are introduced, ranging from like an octopus to a jellyfish. They're all hilarious. It's a bit of a tease because like types like of manga like this bother me because they are kind of like a tease for what Shonen Ai or Yaoi or whatever, and they don't actually ever get to it because it's just a comedy. But yeah, my only downfall is that I don't think this is going to be boys love, and that would just make it 10 times better for me. But it is a really nice comedy manga. I enjoyed it a lot. The interactions are fun. I think it like goes through the seasons, you know, it jumps around a bit, but very, very nice. Okay. The next one is a historical manga, another one that I don't own. This one's from my roommate as well. It is Black Butler Volume 1. A lot of people are obsessed with the anime for this and love the manga. I just don't know. It wasn't interesting for me. It was funny. It was a comedy, it was funny, but it didn't intrigue me until the very, very last bit of this manga, and it left on like a cliffhanger. It's basically about a young lord, back, I don't know if it was Victorian era London, I have no idea, but, a young lord who, I don't know if his family's not there because he's like the leader of the house, but he has this really, really like crazy good butler, like insanely good at everything he does, like freakishly good at what he does. And it's just a comedy about him and the other servants that live in this, like, house. But then at the very end, it's just like, dun dun dun, cliffhanger. You know, there's more to it. Didn't get to it in this manga, though. So, a little disappointed because I wasn't fully hooked. Like, the cliffhanger was good, but it wasn't, like, super good. Like, I'm gonna pick up these volumes. It's a good thing my roommate has them because I can just borrow them from her. But I don't know if I'd actually buy it. So I would recommend it just because other people recommend it, but it's not like a sincere recommendation for me, I guess. I do think it will get more interesting, and that's what my roommate says. It does get more interesting, and she thoroughly enjoys it, and she loved the anime. So yeah, recommendation from my roommate for Black Butler is good. Alright, martial arts manga is number 8. I had this book. It's another reread. I really need to pick up more of this. I thoroughly enjoyed this volume 1. It is Samurai Deeper Kyo. Very, very nice. Older manga, I'm sure, because the style is old. Is about a medicine peddler in, like, feudal Japan, who's just wandering around. He meets this girl who's, like, in trouble, and she ends up being a bounty hunter, and she's after him, and he doesn't know why. She's like, you are this, demonized Kyo that I'm after, and there's a big bounty on you, and I'm gonna collect, and she's coming for him, and he has no idea what she's talking about. Well, he says he doesn't, but I'm sure he might have some idea. But anyway, it's very funny. Love the style, love the comedy. There is a bit of, like, I want to say, like, fan service in it, like, unnecessary, like, scenes in it, and maybe, like, nudity, but not, like, full nudity, but just a little dash of nudity in it. Maybe for, like, a slightly older audience, but not, like, seinen, really. Not yet, anyways. Actually, you know, I think there's some pretty good gore in it, so, yeah. And I flipped to, like, a panty shot. But, yeah, for older audiences, sure, but still super good. I need to collect more of this, because I want to see where this series goes. This hooked me. Like I said, Black Butler didn't hook me. This hooked me. Really want to know what happens. So, highly recommend that for the first volume. 9, a sports manga. You guys, if you've seen my haul video, you know what I've picked for this. And it is Slam Dunk Volume 1. Oh my gosh. Love this so much. Love the characters. Love the older art style. Love the comedy in it. Look at that. It's just over the top funniness. I enjoyed it so much. And the romance in it, very nice. It's about a guy who, I think he goes for girls a lot, but he's always been turned down. And then, like, he's just been turned down. But he meets another girl who's interested in basketball, and he falls in love again, and he's just like, I gotta get into basketball because, you know, that's her interest. And so, he joins he tries to join the boys basketball club, ends up getting in, like, a fight with the, basketball leader, and it's super funny. Like, he's hilarious. Like, the lengths he will go to just to, like, get a girl to notice him are ridiculous, and I don't know, it's very good. You should check it out. Very nice. Alright. 10 is a foodie manga. Y'all already probably all own this one. I only own volume 1. Another reread. I think at the beginning of the year this was super popular. It's still ongoing. It's got a ton more volumes I have not picked up yet, but that is Delicious in Dungeon volume 1. This is an amazing comedy. I love it so much. Whereas, you know, like, Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto? It doesn't have much to offer. This one does. It's got dungeoneering. It's got ridiculously funny characters. Like, the elf in this makes the story. Like, if she's not your favorite character, then, I don't know. She's just the comedy in this to me. But this is about, like, a group of dungeoneers who, like, I think in the beginning are facing a dragon, and they're losing terribly. One of them gets eaten, and they all, like, spawn back to the beginning of the dungeon. I don't know how that works. I don't really remember. But, the whole story is about them getting back to the character that was eaten before she is digested, but they're out of money, they're out of supplies, and so, like, this main character here, he's like, you know what, I've always had this fascinating interest, or, like, this interest in eating, dungeon monsters, so let's do that. And some of the characters are like, okay. And then, like, the elf girl, she's like, nah, son, I'm good. I don't want to do that. That's disgusting. Like, no, that's gross. But it's just all about them coming to terms with eating monsters to survive this dungeon, to rescue a friend. The back shows some of the monsters that they come in contact with. Very fun. I don't know. Just, I enjoyed this. I know a lot of other people did too. So, if you haven't seen it yet, or you haven't read it yet, just check it out. It's really good. The next one is a mecha manga. Again, if you saw my haul, you know what I chose. All You Need Is Kill. I wasn't sure if this was, like, supposed to be an omnibus, but it is. It is like a 2-in-1, so there are 2 separate volumes, but if you buy this, it's just one. It is a big boy. It's really thick. Enjoyed this a lot. It is based on a novel. Let me see. I don't know if it's by... Original story by Hiroshi Sakurazaka. And then, storyboards by Ryosuke Takeuchi, but the art is by Takeshi Obata. I know I'm butchering these names. I'm so sorry, but, like, I'm from Alabama. I have an accent anyway, so even if I tried to read these correctly, I'm still gonna butcher them. But anyways, the art is done by the person who does Death Note, so it is beautiful. Like, there's just so much action, like, mech suit, scenery. It is gorgeous. There is a movie adaptation, as I've said before. I think it has Tom Cruise in it. It's very good. That's what got me interested in this. It's about a guy, or let's say it's about a world who's being taken over by aliens, or alien life forms. I don't know if they're not humanoid. I don't think they were. I didn't get the idea that they were humanoid when I was reading it. They're more like insect looking to me, but they're not like a super main focus, so I'm not really sure. But anyways, there's an alien threat, and this guy's like in an army. He's about to go on his first fight against them. And to fight them, you have to get in mech suits. But he ends up dying in his first fight against them. And he wakes up and he has to repeat the same day over and over again. And it's like a psychological mystery, drama, thriller type thing about, like, him coping with the fact that he keeps dying over and over again. And he doesn't know why. The first half of this was wonderful. Loved it. Second half seemed a little rushed to me. But that's okay. The art, the story, I still fully enjoyed. It's just, it did seem a little bit rushed. But yeah, definitely if you like mecha and stuff like that, it was really good. I recommend it. Okay. A Josei manga is number 12. I picked up Princess Jellyfish Volume 1. I had watched the anime a little bit back in like the day. I said the day a couple years ago. I don't know when it started coming out. Watched the anime, loved it. Don't know if I finished it. Reading this, just like the anime. Characters, wonderful, cute. I don't know. It's just this. All it has is good vibes in it. Like that is. It's just great. It's essentially about these women who I think are in their 30s. They're all shut-ins. They all have their different interests. I think one's like into yukatas, like traditional yukatas that cost a lot of money. One of them's in like historical stuff. One of them is into trains. The main character's into jellyfish. I think there's another character. I don't know if she's just into manga. I don't know what she's into. I don't remember. But anyways, there's this guy who basically finds these women and is just like, you know what? I'm going to be friends with you even though you're shut-ins and you don't like me. Because they basically just try to push him away. They're like, we don't want you here. You know, we like being by ourselves. We're okay with that. But he's like, nah, I'm going to be your friends. And yeah, it's just about their relationship. It's really good. It is kind of shoujo-y, which I love. I love shoujo, so that's definitely for me. If you're not into shoujo, then maybe not. But if you're into cute styles, shoujo, and like otaku lifestyle stuff, very, very nice. Really, really enjoyed it. Love all the characters they've introduced so far. Very, very good. So yeah, pick up Princess Jellyfish Volume 1. The next one, let's see. I skipped a manga in my stack, and I'm gonna have to find it. So give me a second while I look through all of this mess. There it is. Okay. So, Princess Jellyfish was number 12. This is number 13. I don't know if this is out of print. I'm just assuming it is because I think you can't really buy it from like stores. You have to buy it from eBay and stuff like that. I might be wrong. So count it if you want to count it. Don't count it if I'm wrong because I don't really know how to tell if a manga's out of print without like just searching to see if it's in any store. If there's an easier way, tell me. I don't know. But I'm going to go with this one. I originally had it for the horror manga, but out of print. I think this is out of print. Yeah. Goth. Extremely weird. It's like a one-shot. It's only one volume. Extremely weird title. Basically about this dude who is fascinated with death and murders and stuff like that. And he meets this girl who has a scar on her wrist where she's tried to kill herself. And he's intrigued by her. But not only is he intrigued by her, but he's also intrigued by the fact that other creepy people are like, I don't know, magnetically like summoned to her basically because she keeps having interactions with serial killers and stuff like that and other creepy people, and he's just along for the ride. He's like, okay, I'm gonna follow her around. If creepy people are following her around, I'm interested in creepy things like that. If I stick with her, then I'm gonna witness all that crap. So yeah, there is like a main like mystery that's kind of revealed at the end, but mostly it's just about like a bunch of short like interactions with creepy people, like with this girl. So I don't know if I can recommend it. It's just weird. Really, really weird. That's just the vibe I got from it, is strangely weird. If you like serial killer stuff, read it. If not, I don't know, skip it. But that's what I got for that challenge. So that was 13. This is 14, a hyped manga. My stack is like all out of order. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to dig a little bit more. I don't know what I thought it was like stacked up right, but I guess I don't know. Okay. A hyped manga, which is My Hero Academia Volume 1. If you've watched the anime, this is just like the anime so far. I know the manga is past the anime in volumes and stuff like that, but I only have Volume 1, therefore I'm not past what the anime was. Just like it. Very good. I enjoy it. I really, really want to get past what the anime is at right now. But that's going to take me a lot since I'm on Volume 1. Or they're like, it's in the teens on volumes, isn't it? It's like I know it might be 14 or 16. It's got a lot of volumes now. But yeah, pick it up. It's really good. It's about superheroes. Well, it's about like the world used to be normal, but then suddenly people started getting superpowers, and then it's based on this guy, the main character, Midoriya, who doesn't have them. He just doesn't. Like, there's a certain percent of people who just don't get superpowers. And despite the fact of him not having superpowers, he still just really, really wants to become a hero in society. And this is just about, like, his journey of becoming a superhero. Very, very nice. I enjoy it. I am like a Fujoshi, so this is kind of like a dirty pleasure of mine, like pairing characters. So guys watching this, I'm sorry, I pair like so many people in this. It's ridiculous. What is it? Bakugo and is it Kirishima? I don't know. Those two, adorable. The anime made me like explode when well, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, their relationship just makes me so happy. Like, I don't pair Midoriya and Bakugo that much because Bakugo's a dick to him, but like Kirishima and Bakugo, yeah, it's good. I'm losing my place. 15 is a Gekiga or alternative manga. Oh my god, this one like killed me. It's like the weirdest thing I have in my collection now, and it is Abandon the Olden Tokyo by Yoshihiro Tatsumi. This face, like, at first I was like, this volume looks cool, it's got a big old face on it. Now that I know what this face is, creepy, depressing stories, very odd. Like, it just, if you want a feel-good manga, do not read this. This has the opposite effect, and I think that is the effect that it wants to portray. It wants to portray, like, let's see, I have the book upside down anyways, so yeah, that's the face. Yeah, it says, this person reviewed it and said, Tatsumi explores the inner lives of people on society's bottom rung and exposes a world of lost souls, unattainable dreams, and unexpected redemption. Yeah. If you don't want to read something depressing, don't read this. It is interesting, I will add that. Like, the art style is pretty neat, but like, I don't know, it's just, they were, like, with Junji Ito's manga is weird, but it's, like, creepy weird too, but it's not depressing, it's just intriguing and, like, interesting and awesome to look at, and this just wasn't it for me. Like, well, I was gonna say I'm glad to have it in my collection, but really I could do without having this book. I know a lot of people like this, artist, and I think they like collecting his stuff. Let me know if there's something else by this person, but this just was not it for me. I'm actually kind of weirded out to have it in my collection because there is so much controversial stuff in it that, like, if someone picked this up out of my collection, like, oh, what is this, and they read it, they would probably, like, seriously judge me for having it, like, because I'm judging myself for buying it. Like, that's just how weird this was. Maybe that's just me thinking too much into it, but yeah, I don't recommend that unless you're like a serious collector and you're interested in that sort of thing. But yeah, just a bunch of short stories about people on the bottom rung of society in Japan, and they were just really weird. Like, they weren't even normal stories. They were just out of this world weird crap. So that was that one. And if anybody disagrees with me, I'm sorry. I mean, that's just my take on it. These are just my opinions. If you like that book, I mean, I'm not judging you, I'm just judging myself for buying it a little bit because I can't explain why I have it, like, other than this challenge, which this challenge allows you to branch out, but I didn't want to branch out that far, I guess. Like, I'm going to reel it back in a little bit because, whew, that was not what I was expecting. Okay. Abandon the Old Tokyo, so number 16 is a non-fiction manga, and I have it here. So we went from that one, which was not my thing at all, to a non-fiction, which was Junji Ito's Cat Diary Yonemu. Loved this. This was probably the funnest thing that I've read this year. It made me giggle so much. It's a diary about this guy's two cats, mostly this one. I think this one's Jan, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's got pictures in here of them too. Yeah, that one's Jan. He based out real kitties. But like, it's just exaggerated expressions, really super funny, creepy art style because it's Junji Ito. Thoroughly enjoyed this. So much fun. It is an easy read. Like, look how thin it is. So like, if you're collecting Junji Ito stuff and you're not sure if you'll like it, well, just collect it anyways because it's fun. It's a very, very like small, easy to get through manga, and it'll work well with your collection, I think. Honestly, I have his side stuff. Like, I have Shiver and I have this. I don't have his Uzumaki or his, is it Tomei? I don't know. And I'm already interested in this author just by reading his side stories. So, like, I think you should check it out. I really enjoyed it. Especially, Elias, you got cats. You need to read this because it is super fun. Super, super fun. 17 is a borrowed manga. And what did I do for that one? I Am Alice, volumes 1 through 3. I don't know many people in like real life that read manga, so I just borrow from my roommate, and she reads very little manga too. This was a series that I didn't even know about until she introduced it to me. Though, like Black Butler, I'd heard of. This one, like she told me I needed to read it, and it is I Am Alice. The art is by Ayuma Kano. I don't know, but it's a cute story. You can buy this series super, super cheap. Most of them, like, they have the dots. They came from, like, the bargain section at Books A Million. But yeah, this story is about a boy who suddenly is sucked into a book, and when he awakens, he is not himself. He is Alice. And Alice is him. They have swapped bodies, so it is a body swap manga, which is very interesting. But it is also a harem. So, like, this boy is turned into a girl. He goes to, like, Wonderland. He meets all these eccentric characters that are based off, you know, Alice in Wonderland. But they're all, it's like a harem. They're all after him. They're all interested in him. Super cute, super adorable. This is, let's see, volume 1. Volume 2. And volume 3. If you're into, like, body swap, shoujo, harem stuff, really, really cute, really inexpensive. I think it does kind of point you towards one of the characters for him to get with. Like, there is, like, a character that is favored more than any of the others, but all the characters are super, super cute in it. I recommend picking it up if you just want, like, a short series to get through just to give you, like, good, cute vibes. It's okay. It's not one of, like, the best things I've read, but I still really enjoyed it, and it wasn't that much money, like, because I think she had, like, 1 volume or 2 volumes, and I picked up some of them on online from the website, because they were all in the bargain section, or most of them were, so, yeah. Really inexpensive. I like them a lot. Really good. Let's see. That was a borrowed one. So 18 is a Western steampunk. I think I just had 1 series that fit this. But it was good because I hadn't read it yet, because I live in Alabama. My parents literally watch Westerns on MeTV